All right, so we're going to look at how to deploy React application in GitHub Pages. So we have this React GitHub Pages HTML file here that tells us how to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and then look, create a repository in GitHub. So I'm going to just go ahead and create a repository. I don't have one. So I'm going to call it test React 4. And this is the URL that I am going to use in my desktop to be able to access this repository. So I'll just kind of keep an eye on that. So next what I need to do, well, I need to actually edit package.json, so that is in WebStorm. Well, let me first create a project. So I'm going to just create React 4, it's React. And so it's going to take just a little bit, of course. Meanwhile, let's go over see what I need to do. So I need to add a home page here. So this home page is going to be referring to my GitHub Pages URL. So that is going to be HTTP, my username, which happens to be in Rhodes, and the repo name, which I just created, which is test-react 4. And then I'm going to have to install these scripts too. A little later on, I'm going to be using this URL that we saw before. Okay, so here I am. Let's go ahead and edit package.json, and I need to add a new field, which is my home page. So my home page is going to be HTTP username ticket. So this is in Rhodes. This is test React 4. Okay. The second thing I need to do is install these. So these go in my scripts. And now I need to install GH Pages package. So I could do this from the command line, but the fact is I don't really have npm, which is our package manager, and Node installed as command line applications, right? I installed those as part of WebStorm, and so they're not really easily accessible. So that's why I'm going ahead and creating this script to do it. So I click on the npm tab, which is down here, and I see that I have installed GH Pages pre-deploy and deploy. If they weren't there, I could go ahead and refresh, and it'd reread these scripts. So now I can double click on install GH Pages, and it is running this script here, which is the script here. Okay. And that worked, great. Now what do I need to do? Now I need to set up my local Git repository. So in the terminal window here, I need to run Git. Right, we're running it from the test React 4 directory. And I am adding an origin. So let's just go ahead and do this. Add origin. Get a GitHub name. So the repo name is test React 4. And the username is in Rhodes. Okay. Now what can I do? Now I can go ahead and deploy by double-clicking on deploy. So it's going to go ahead and build my React application and then call GH Pages, which is going to push it to GitHub. So it's going to go ahead and use Git to do that. And it said published, which is good. So let's go over and look here at test React 4. So if I look at test React 4, now I have a branch called GH Pages, and it's got some different things, right? It's got some PNGs, it's got a bunch of static CSS and JavaScript. So it's taken the JavaScript I've written and just created a bunch of compiled JavaScript actually. So it's like sometimes called minified. So it's not very readable. If I go over and look at settings, and here, look at pages. I see, oh, it is creating GitHub pages based on my GH pages branch. And it's already published. So let me just go there. And indeed, there's my application. Now, when it says edit source app.js and save to reload, obviously the save to reload is going to work with GH pages, right? But once I have got my React application how I want, I can just go ahead and deploy it, push it to this GH pages. So this is what you are going to be doing with your applications, and that'll allow others, including me, to go ahead and test out your application.